na niya body and no fear you are what in the drum to do about you don't see the ukunu body I shall see a dear me and near worship as a tea we are in the group. I want the energy of the guy.
Okay. Many other for Mawo Akwaba and ba Hope for Life. Jumadi so this Monday evening and the Mondays why nimuno Adjei's exact time no. If I say Yankopon asem kakrana basically no we are concentrating on the family. If you fear na yejiri se nyame enam nadom so beboa yen ama yate nioma bi ase afa ye fie ho. Mede Osofo Adjei Boadi. Baby bia no, we still want to welcome you back to Hope for Life Radio. Mejiri se wo ho ye. And what you do now, no say you make it a date. Obepe baby now this our calendar ye ashe. Enya no nko you will want to invite friends, say adofo no monso. And as usual, so it will still be on the radio no web page. But mejiri se nyame adom ebe yenshira mebe se me bompaye yenyame yeda wase enwumre yi oma ye kwan ama ye ba bedi ye honkomo yede ye fie ba wanim ye yesre woni se be ma yen entiase bedom yen be kan ye ho na afi be kasa kire yen ma yenya abasoro nko a yede betena se na yedi nkonim Kristo Yesu de mo amen. Dentia we want to do this. So where you are sitting and say, family, no, your home, no, is under siege. Satan a pe kwan bia so say obe attack fie no. Afa kwan bia so say obe ma na nsa so etia efie no. Now the reason why I want you say, eye die onu Nyankopon eka se na ni je ho no hira so. Na de ba ko a say ye Satan abufu pa ne ade bia nyame se wahira so say Satan tia na ne bu afu papa bibi bia nyame pe say is for our good bia ni ho this guy wants it to be for our good ohwa na o pe say wo che say o keka no ho na ye hunu say ono Satan no wakeka no and what he did was say obe temper with the Nyankopon epese oye bia obe temper with and clearly onye obi a waye na dwene se obeja tie nyame ehira so bia ho akọ monim say yen enipa no especially wo yen wi asese saying obi a wo kwa fa so a kire se de enipa esibae. And so many people no want to believe say if you free ya nearby. But this argument, the so-called scientific view, there problems, baby. Because I be answering if you ask me, says, I dear be 50 bar. And no one to mean so say, yeah, near maybe because any pa wo fifi enu ohunu so behia ni mienu obehia so mienu obehia no obehia ketrem obehia sen na wono a hwese obehia adwene e function ne se wade dwene it doesn't happen the ntia nc sa ne se bibia ni ho ayeyo a eni ne botaye enti bible ne view no ne se Nyankopon boyen ne suban so ne seso oba ne be man wo yo won and what they are raising who shiraso. As fundamental is basic. But at the same time, I know say it is not right. and a war attacking. Timo baby, enipa. So offer the Bible perspective of our life, no dear. And only Timothy didn't tear bonny because if we ask with evolution, any other identity, then where come from sin, identity, a journey bonny, as a bonny, it is so difficult to answer. My Bible means I could be by a friend Lucifer or Dane Bonsam, and I will not buy. And ironically, no baby Orlandi and Orlandi our phone in Finfin or Beshare. And from that moment, our worry hasn't been the way God wanted it to be. Nyamesi was Shiraso, who heard the first time Eve was introduced to Adam. Adam Huno ne Yere Hawa. Was me don't pay me with the enemy, and or befriend or bar is a bearman chain or ye no free. When we read Genesis 2:24 air conwa. Then womo do. And the Satan so bit to me as say be the odebane division. Trim. And our debay and afe, our if one and term no babesha say, money do abanibi. Tinya menso busa on adentin modibi and a honor who the problem is starting our ream say. Eve say, okay, we'll be saying Adam, say Adam ne if anything, see Eve. Or Bano or then become Adam, how can you say this to God? When actually, when you first saw Eve, one kainyame. Okay, dear ma, okay, me no pay me with your boyfriend or bar. And it wasn't like you didn't like it. You loved it. You praised God for it. So why the excuse? Because Sana Satan Peno. And that is the issue. And if you complaints, me year to Eve, so even so year to Adam, so you go back and forth, no sa no amma. Our real problem a develop wa. Na ye ye brace so dear. And the another dear no ye topic no and any next week and probably the other week no you heard the current cultural crisis. A marriage, but you heard the current cultural crisis. And what is causing it? Adam nom de no de o ma face ko. Na yen yesesi ayetimu ye. What is it that is happening? So be your Bible no ko Hebrews chapter 13. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 4. Or say, let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage bed be undefiled, for God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous. Osimuni awari eni. Muni awari eni. Na awari mpa mamu muhumfi. Na mama awari enya kronkron. Frizo nyankopon be buo bia aten. Titiri wana egu awari mpa humfi. De awari seye. Edomamo etenasiye. Yeni awari eni ne na hono ne hiya me because hiya rade ntino se yeni nuni. And why are we talking about the current cultural crisis? And pray, obia hunu say, your Western civilization, you can't Western civilization, any American, any so-called Europe, any the Western civilization. Na, maybe as in Yasum. As in be could be a cry. Because Sabrina and this so-called Western civilization, define the meaning of marriage and family in different total terms. And I think I kind of current crisis. Time, currently, we are redefining what it means to marry. We are redefining what it means to have a family. Currently, we has a problem. Our I know they all started kakra with Adam, but I will, in the course of your studies, I will systematically lay down all the issues, senior abakosem no diaba. But currently, we are confronted with culture bia. Elsie onim erade. We are confronted with people bia. Dear yenim se yenyame asem bia no, they are saying say they have other options. We are confronting issues enka wada twene ho a kanwene. Enti ene ye kase aware asene senya. You have people who are redefining marriage. Totally different from ne yenim se enka yetias ye. Yesu bae no. O define aware se obema baako ba baako. Ene nyame ehira won so ya aware omodo omo. Currently, yes I need define aware. Currently, yes, I need define family. In a crime, be a part of the family. Abu bi abefa bi I was say on no family biana. Ye define it, sir. And a warrior no dear a partnership between whoever and whoever. And a name on so yes, I define even Obana Bearman, senior city. Dear nim no tresem no dear male and female. Yaba drew the current cultural crisis, and say you can be pansexual. What is the meaning of pansexual? And one day, the sexuality or names or a bema and now about or a transsexual, trans, no. That is a or free in the current stage, are transform it to another. This is why your bars is a what or bema to be or bema so to be or bar to be, and so this will be a transsexual. It means so a bisexual. On the way a bema or you bar what you mean what na. And I are redefining names, baby. Nina ye current culture and a yenisa. And what until now has been considered a normal family, yet father and mother and a number of children, has in recent years, beginning say ni views, and yes, several options. And so the father, mother, siblings, children, a family, say extended or a nuclear, say that view can no longer claim to be the only or even superior form of ordering the human relationship. It cannot. This is what is supposed to be. Yes, Anna, and we cannot see it this way. Whether you like it or yes, we cannot see it this way. The Bible in a view of marriage and family, and no NNSA, said you Yankopo de see hon, San and Kawasi de Tenasi. But this has been replaced with a set of values. That set of values, any panel, Eddie replaces what the Bible says, what they have attached to, not yet, the price of human rights, or be our rights and freedom. What has been attached to the entire, we need to re-evaluate marriage. The entire, this current culture, re-evaluate, redefine marriage in the name of human rights, in the name of self-fulfillment. In the name of pragmatic utility. As I say, we are and on individual level, yen to me who do on to some old weird form of life be. And on societal level, yes, yen to maintenance. And as I said, we can rightly say, the marriage institution, the family institution, are currently under siege, under attack in our world today. Now, if marriage and family is under siege, Satan say, I don't know what talking. That is the entire human civilization, is in crisis. Because civilization, because of civilization, any part said you see a put up institutions to set up, to coordinate our lives. Senebeya, a bit to me at nipa. And the civilization, enipa ye tumpon ye kuye ni hunu se ye ntumi ntena ankonam. And ye tena se na busunya no we come together. Na starting as community, na fe extendia, na build society, na fe ye nya nations, people, tribes, and other niyama. Nanumuno, and ye build your political system, your religious system, economic structure. And I share the society and sociology, how you bet me our govern ya. Yenya no yet tenasi and a junior yamedima enza open order open shishay. And yes, obia of religious aspect to animo. Obia who say it was a emrao honey ye disoni ye di chima. Obia perceive economic interest near to abrabon ye kore. Sanyoma we put together no. And na yenya a civilization. But mind you, the bedrock of every civilization, a marriage. And anything I say, munia warini, because I know a foundation. I didn't say, Abusiano ni hua, Bibia ni ho. And this Abusiano, I enter into this form of crisis there. Mind you, the Akabiano can intimate stand. And yes, politically, no man stand. Religiously, no man stand, because say, background na ya our fie no ni aware no ase ya aso no nso ase enti hwe nei ensori etwa ye ho ahie nyina emofra emma sorry ne mpanifo emma sorry ne any all form and manners of practices are ye introduce akwa asori mu ansori ne nyina nso enya crisis nsori ne enya problem wonam he koka we say yempe wonam he koka we say yempe so wonam he ka we say e de yemfa adwuma consistently, Asia. And that is why this program is being held to address some of these issues. And until I person who join in every day, not every day, every Monday at this time. Now you diagnose your new man because say atene for tenase na yenso ya ma yeni na ho where we are, our asasi so ebenya problem. Na ababa ye say no yentumi enhwe saa niyomai. Na yentenasi nyi yeni. Yentumi nhwe saa niyomai. Na enkoko okoso. Enti ama say no all that we are doing in say yeah micromanage eniyomano. But no yentimi micromanage niyomano in any way. As I say yehwese die ekoso no yeah na papem. Until we cannot keep quiet. As I say yenso ye kasama nipa hunu na ye ni a yetiase ye ni hunu se de besi aboye bra. Because the current cultural crisis a deep-seated spiritual crisis too. Make a cultural crisis because culture a Western civilization imposition a culture be a quite nipa before so tenase bobra. And the one is a culture a nipa whole system shem come fast so tenase bobra. Ne political system shem, ne religious system shem, ne economic system shem, and any social and societal norms and social. And the one said when people started making room for Sa and Niyama way in the name of liberty, freedom, and human rights, I feel that laws so what or my no now I see making adjustment near son. And the no bars I feel and sorry religious system no also be also making room for these adjustments. Politically, and so you need to make room. Until what I say, Se started from Satan himself baby obewura be higher no. Enti ebia ye ni so no de ye ka okay your cultural issue senior enye baabia na eye but ebewura baabia na the Satan they started enioma. The target can say the spiritual side. Say ni pentimi nsum nyame nokre. Ano what they started. Eno nti wo hwa na wan fe ne se or say enyina so no. Na tena na efe obeyede. Or say enyina so no. And if God is the creator, unokremu, send a Bible no church no. Now what the ebusua no esi ho aware esi wo de fie no si ho a ene de also what and said there is also a one evil guy called Satan who is waging war against God's creative purposes in the world. The nyame si ho bia ne botai bia. There is this guy who says that I want to undo the way bia, and he was started from the very beginning to destroy the home. Destroy your system, destroy your values, because he is turning Newman around. And you're surprised, say, the divine foundation of every institution has come under massive attack in our recent years. And the schools have a yeman cracker mompai. And the school Munuma is for Bible who biano. Those of you who are more students of history, when Americans started as colonies, Adjei say Americans, when American for Bahan, or when you free Europe, and to because Europe no era na normally to Abahan. Na Europe was under religious war. Protestantism started in Luther and go for say yati. Na Catholic Church launched what we call the Counter-Reformation, with the training of the Jesuits and the people felt say Europe ain't safe to live because in Krobebri binum woha ye poison chrono water source. As at that time, no, they purify water and said the systems, Never fair fat canal money and you remember baby feed but then you're untreated. And if 500,000, the whole community will because almost choose to be Protestants and the church is waging war. And Europe became unsafe. And then during that time, no one who say Christopher Columbus, Vasco the Gama, and then Alfonso discovered the so-called the New World. And so it was okay for people to travel. And the people started travel. And some of you are familiar with the story of the Titanic. As one said later, I know of late, as Gafun baby on Bomba that ship. The New World, everybody is coming. So when they came, started to as individual groups. By Native Americans, the was as so. But more the more American, any Canada, no, Alaska, no, and these tribes, and even though they were numerous, numbers and getting. Now, to me and to me and take hold of the climate, now manage climate in a moons and semontino. Now more mortality rate in a was no more wound won't na no more man so intimate survival climate in a harsh weather conditions near the and in our numbers and dear economies and yes, this land was sparsely populated. Nenya land nipa gusu bocho and sometimes Wama buy so wama mishie nipa at some corner beyond because as I say no so. So when they came, they saw the Native Americans more culture, more nyama. I said as a Christosum city and sometimes and nyama be what yenya yes me rade no Yentumi and Sunya Jesus said Christosum must be accommodative, like I was said, Adjei afofro. Now they do also transform. So when they came, they saw their religious practices, they felt say, abominable. Also, from Europe neighbor, they introduced Protestantism. And they are Protestants. Woman no eba na woman edu woman no krena be woman hana betenase. And instead of being patient with these people who are already accommodated them, giving them food and other things, they started what we call the frontier movement. Frontier movement was a movement to push these people away. Did they try killing them? So said about the fast assassin. And originally, instead of 50 states, we had 13 colonies. I don't know what they funded. 13 colonies they started. Now colonies, to do no started the east side, east coast side, did it by the basic Pennsylvania. Original colonies, What happened and say? So wonye Christonia na amount position biya in any of those original colonies. Christosum be a major force. So your judge, obey magistrate, obey your state attorney, obey your dame. I just would declare or religious stance. The Native Americans in that is Omonka. The church was the fabric of vessel. And then I want to say basic or managers that some people are conservative, even though a weird conservatism not there. But they still hold on to some ideologies normally by. Say no crimes any papa so hold on to Christosum de and Kenyade. I thought that na and no and Samaranko. But that is where they started from, they want to. And if a society need to totally transform into a mom pie with school mubium. And maybe a tremuna and no and a yede evaluate or fitness levels. So be to me. Now you're to me pushing in aware. The may emphasizing is say Satan is attacking the spiritual foundation of every one of us by attacking the home. Because no Emma or Jojoyano. And ultimately, we human beings, whether we realize it, we like it or not, we are involved in this cosmic spiritual conflict. Satan targeting just the home, but our spiritual growth and our attacking. And so he is pitting God against Yenina. Nanti yania yanina ya hoswa yadwene ye so enya hwe eye media me hunu boni bi o be hunu an say he is pitting you against your maker. And with marriage and family serving as the key arena no ehona ye bon tokwane nyina efie ene aware no ene ye bon tokwane nyina because ehona na ye field na spiritual and cultural battles are being fought today. We're fun culturally, but it is underneath a spiritual. If you know a arena, and the person will tell us, we are brand to a warrior. Now, warrior a year, a dear, or the fun lightly. What worry beat him, and I would you who soon fast one out to Tunasia. I am telling you, say. If you know a battlefield for a cultural and spiritual fight, and the one when you are simply doing yourself a great harm. And the can was say a spiritual crisis, no? Say a solution there. The solution must also be spiritual, not merely cultural, because culture no de eba or the bo remu no de didi asie no de to hinipa. And that is why your program here starting today and every Monday, we hope to point the way to this spiritual solution. We want you to return to the biblical foundation. We want you to rebuild your family on the biblical foundations. We want you to have a better knowledge about what it is. So they were. We are not coming to talk about any panencism. If I say a Kenya miasem, which does not depend on humanity's approval, and we are also not coming to talk about anything because some of the vital issues that are facing men and women and families today, no address it, and we will look at each one of them. Because baby bia the Bible offers satisfying instructions and wholesome remedies to all those illnesses that are affecting our culture and our home. And we want you to understand that. Because the Bible no ma yehunu say Onyankopon enna edi efie no si ho no de nhihye to Tinyame will counsels about for young people, those who are considering marriage, we will talk about it. Those who are already in it, we will talk about it. Parenting, we will talk about it. The Bible offers insight for decision makings regarding even abortion. Even if you want to do adoption, the Bible do have counsel on those things. And we will talk about it. Now, Bible no offer super helpful instructions and guidance for those who are single. So cohabitation. But we want you to know, so even if you're single, if you are unmarried, we want you to know that there are some threats that Bible no address to help you. And then what about homosexuality? What about divorce? Some of these issues, Satan afano, we want to talk about it. And so the current cultural crisis we will talk about it one after the other. And this introduction should help you see where we are coming from. And now we believe, say, you will get it. Nyame besiesie obesiesie me nso ama yenya nigye ama sa adwumadi. But the text I want to leave you with is Hebrews 13 verse 4. Tiawarie enuni. We will talk about it because nipa bebre awaria ensempi. We will talk about it. Efie no ensempi. Na ni nyina ne gina Satan attempt to make sure say ebenya ensempi. And that is why this program is coming to you. Yamin show. Now one show day. Now one thing and him show no more what day. Next week you will make a time and meet us. Na yem fan sem no sene sitie. Na yem mobile. If you have a question, comment, contribution, it's a baby bodao, you need help. You just reach out to Hope for Life and we will get all these things for you. Even if you want a one-on-one incommodia, don't worry, reach out to them, give them the details. We will make sure we keep in touch because we want the home to stand. We want you to build your home on Christ and we want you to be happy. And that is why we want to help you. So in all its forms, whatever is bothering your mind, reach out. Meaning say, and benefits will be making contacts be available so that you can get in touch. Emma show so Whatever is troubling you or bothering your man also. There's a family, there is people that can support you and make sure you are okay. I mean, sure. I am on pie. In every day, you make room for us. And when see one of the windows are all open, say, Yemra na yemesi no yanka wasem. If we say, especially for those of us who are consumed a major crisis, we are at war. A rather woman aircon, our quine bebre so. Awari any fear, Jumasem, awari any aconia bediem ne ma warrior. Ungomodi ni asetana. And any a Satan so sad to go yenso. Here wo mua, here wo nimtie, here wa hote. Tia so se fasa dwumadi so na babu haye. Be ma yakome muti adwena eso ani. Yentena se ema wasem. To anim kire yetiefo once again ne shiraye. Yeshia mu yedie yesro se boaye. Afa wasumdwe no ene yentena na to anim kire na ma yenye nshira. Ame o ma yedintiti mu. One yentena Kristo Yesu demo. Amen.
Amen. Osofo nyame onhyira pa adofo. Osofo somo Adjei Boadi ene teni kanwumre. Amen mami Rosina Gaze will say yes. Amen. Menia John mami Lydia ana mo wakanyina so nyame enhyira mo. O say amen. I say powerful message na osofo dia mai. Adofo na me kai say osofo Adjei Boadi ene ya start our program. Enti katra unu bi se ene adwuade bia ne osofo ebehia na ode nsama ti sei amaye me sekra se de odi kan no ukoyi social media handle ni nyina ubenya wo so Facebook, YouTube, bebia Hope Live website ubenya dwumadi ni nyina nti se o me sekra ukobaka ubetimi akotie nyame hira so de ofidie ne eto hanom na utie osofo nyame enhira nimse nyame adoma na wo twese ne yebesan ehia.
Okay, and Emma Munina, bye bye.
Bye, so.
When you're when we send to you, we don't want to say we couldn't see. And to find what every time. And for when you're son and you're body and no fear anywhere, what in the town would go about. We don't want to see that we could have done. Jamma, what is so? Jamma, what is so?
What's your mama worry so? I na make us a Jumadi no Hope for Live Radio, your Facebook, your YouTube. Maybe I benye Jumadi no ho. What's up for Adjei Boadi and a training canon? What a wonderful message. What's it the current culture crisis? A who granted to Hono no. Senya Maya Duma Ubeyishra. O modern say over joining a Jordan Bianwati, our ransom to say Nibi.
But it's all thing Padiana Donisa Nasana. You want to be sure. And Mamma worry so. As I say, what do you mean? I am a conclusion of you know. As I say, what do you eat your words of when enough to remove? A dress will be a woman, I said, I am in the pencil, when you ever. A key wapa, said the and said, but for a woman was here, she wouldn't see. A dear woman who are crano, we are Sadia and the ever. He said, what are we and Padia? Trust worker, we have Padia. When you're in a bunny fantasy, I would tell who was a share who see. And to find my idea what every time. And from your son and your body and no be anywhere or what in the temple to over. Who was it? Who couldn't know. A body I shall say, I gave me an Indian worship as a tea, we are in the group. I was the energy guy. Young Kuku and a good dear when she was in tea. As I see a dear, what do you mean? I am a conclusion of me and you know. As I say, what do you eat your words of when you have to remove? A dress will be a woman, I said, I am in the pencil, and the dear papa. And Enti wapa wasadi ani said papira wu wasi aso wukunasi adi obu amanu akura no uye ni sadia ani die beba ise wapa wu ye mpadia kirase mu aka wu ye mpadia onyame ne kwani santisi ya wutire wira wu wasi sha wukunasi eduba ba ya de wata bitai emfa unyansa na ni abodi ani no bia ni wa ware ne tambudo wapa wira wu wasi ya wukunu bedo jamma waruso Jamma waruso